It was supposed to be impossible. No one had ever escaped from Alcatraz, the infamous maximum security prison surrounded by the freezing, unforgiving waters of San Francisco Bay. But on the night of June 11, 1962, 3 prisoners vanished, leaving behind a mystery that remains unsolved to this day. Frank Morris, along with brothers John and Clarence Anglin, were not ordinary inmates. Morris was a brilliant mastermind with an IQ that rivaled genius level, and the Anglin brothers were expert criminals with a history of daring escapes. Together, they devised an elaborate and ingenious plan to break out of the most secure prison in America. For months, they meticulously dug through the walls of their cells using nothing more than sharpened spoons and homemade tools. The prison's aging concrete, weakened by years of moisture, worked to their advantage. To cover up their work, they crafted fake ventilation grates and even painted cardboard to match the wall's texture. But the most chilling part? They built realistic dummy heads using soap, toilet paper and human hair they had collected from the prison barber. On the night of the escape, they placed these lifelike decoys in their beds, fooling the guards into thinking they were asleep. Under the cover of darkness, they squeezed through the tunnels they had dug, crawled to the roof, and descended the outer walls. Waiting for them was the most dangerous part, the frigid, turbulent waters of the bay. To cross, they had stitched together a makeshift raft and life vests from stolen raincoats using steam pipes to heat and seal the rubber. Then they disappeared. By morning, the prison was in chaos. Guards found the empty beds, the crude dummies, and the hole in the wall, but the escapees were gone. The FBI launched one of the largest manhunts in history, scouring the waters and surrounding areas. Official reports claimed they drowned, their bodies lost to the currents. But no trace of them, no bodies, no clothing, no debris was ever found. Then, the strange clues started emerging. A few weeks after the escape, a boat was reported stolen nearby. A man claimed to have seen 3 suspicious men in a car that night. Years later, a letter surfaced, allegedly from Clarence Anglin, claiming he and his brother had survived. And then there were the photographs. In 2015, an image surfaced supposedly showing the Anglin brothers alive and well in Brazil years after their escape. The FBI analyzed it, but the results remain inconclusive. But here's where things get even stranger. Some believe the US government knew they survived but covered it up to maintain the prison's reputation as inescapable. Others speculate that the men were secretly captured and executed, their fate buried in classified files. One wild theory even suggests they worked for the CIA, their escape staged to recruit them for covert missions during the Cold War. And then there's the biggest question. If they drowned, where are the bodies? Ocean currents may be strong, but bodies usually wash ashore, yet not a single trace was ever found. So what really happened that night? Did Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers defy the odds and escape to freedom, living in secrecy for decades? Or did they perish in the icy waters, their bodies never to be found? The government's official stance: they didn't survive. But with no bodies, no proof, and lingering clues that keep surfacing, the truth remains one of the greatest prison escape mysteries of all time.